All right. Welcome again, everyone, to the new rider orientation for Ride for the Feast. Um, I imagine most of you are familiar with Movable Feast, but I'll give you kind of a brief breakdown. We've been around about 36 years. So Movable Feast was founded way back in 1989 by a handful of people who made meals for folks that were sick at home with HIV. And since that point, we've just grown and grown and grown, and evolved to the point that, what we are today is we produce medically tailored meals for folks living at the intersection of chronic illness and food insecurity. And what medically tailored meals mean is that these meals are nutritionally tailored for the specific illness that someone has. So we now have clients, diabetes, heart disease, cancer, still have a lot of clients with AIDS, and we provide these meals at no cost to the client. We are now a certified member of the medically tailored, oh my goodness, what are they called? There's a coalition of medically tailored meal organizations all across the country, and we've joined them. Um, yeah, so last year we produced 427,000 meals, all delivered to folks at their home in Baltimore City, and we serve 15 counties in Maryland, the entire Eastern Shore included. And if you missed it, just last week, we made the news. We are entered into a partnership with the Maryland Department of Health, us and Food and Friends, which is located down in DC. And this partnership is going to just about double our service capacity over the next 2 years. So we expect to go from 427,000 all the way up to about 800,000 by the end of 28, I believe. So it's a very exciting time, lots of growth here at Movable Feast. This will be the 24th year we've done Ride for the Feast. This year we have 226 riders. 119 are doing the 100-mile route, 46 are doing the 70-mile route, 31 doing 45 miles, and then 23 doing the 30-mile route. We have 88 first-time riders this year, so you're among a pretty big group. We have along the 100-mile route, there are 8 pit stops. We'll talk about those in a little bit. We have the route is being patrolled by SAG vehicles, which is safety and gear, and moto volunteers, and they're just out there to keep eyes on you, help you if you need it. We'll talk a little bit more about that later too. We also have some state troopers that we put at some of the intersections that we think are a little maybe not dangerous, but cars coming through pretty fast where we don't have a stop sign, that kind of thing. I also want to encourage you to pay attention to all the pit stops you visit, because at the end of the ride, you'll get to vote on which is the best pit stop, and they will get a little trophy for their troubles. I'll talk about rider check-in. You'll need to check in before the ride. We do offer a few early check-in opportunities. We have actually one tonight here at Movable Feast until 7. We're doing it again tomorrow night at Movable Feast, again, 4 to 7 p.m. And then Friday night at TCCC, the Talbot County Community Center. We're doing it out there as well from 4 to 7:45. You can leave your bike overnight in the facility. It'll be locked up. It'll be safe. It'll keep you from having to, drag it out there Saturday morning. This is, of course, for people that plan to stay out there overnight, Friday night, or happen to live out there. But among the things you'll get when you check in are your bib number and bike plate. Each rider has a unique number. You'll pin that to the back of your shirt or your jersey, and the bike plate just gets attached to your front handlebars. In your kit will also be safety pins and little twist ties that you need to do that. And there'll be folks to help you, because it's kind of hard to reach your back to put it on. You get a rider bag, which has some little swag items and other giveaways. You get a t-shirt, and some fundraisers early on this year earned either socks or hoodies. If you did, you can pick those up at check-in too. We'll have printed maps and cue sheets. Honestly, Cadence does such an excellent job of marking the route. I don't think you'll need those, but you can grab them anyway. Just have them in your pocket. Another thing you have to do at check-in, we have an insurance waiver every rider needs to sign. We get supplemental insurance through the U.S. Association of Cycling. So that's just a quick form to fill out when you check in. Any questions so far?
Kevin, how long does it take for this process? Because I live far.
Yeah.
And I was hoping to just get there early enough on Saturday and do
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, so these are the early check-ins. You are welcome to come check in Saturday morning too, 6 to 7. We'll talk about that in just a second. It'd be the same process. It takes as little as 2 minutes, I would say.
Oh,
Yeah, so you walk up to the table, tell them your name, they'll look you up. We have people grab your bag, grab your shirt. It's pretty quick. Um,
okay.
yeah.
Sounds good. Then I'll probably just do it Saturday before I
Yeah. If you don't
go.
plan to stay in Easton Friday night, Saturday morning's your best bet, unless you
That's
happen to
right.
live out there.
Okay.
Oop, I jumped ahead. I was gonna look at this is the route. These are all the routes on a single map. Um, can you guys see my cursor moving on the
Yes.
screen? Okay,
Yes.
I'm gonna use it as a pointer. So they overlap. So the 30-mile route is here, loops back around. Same with the 40, loops back around. It's essentially just a big clockwise loop, the whole route. See the various pit stops along the way. If you haven't already, the routes are posted on our website. There's a link down there. I'll send this out in an email to everyone, probably tomorrow morning. If you're familiar with Ride with GPS, it's an online app to do cycling and running routes. Some folks actually download the routes to their computers. They have bike computers. Again, signage is excellent. I don't think that's right necessary, but it is kind of an extra just layer of security there, I suppose. One thing I want to address is our event, again, is at the Talbot County Community Center. They're building a huge hospital right over here. And because of that, the main entrance for TCCC is closed. So there is a detour. Cadence is going to put out signs to follow to get in. I imagine their signs for this will be as good as the cycling. It'll probably be very easy. But if you're coming down south on 50, you will pass the center and then turn down here on Airport Road to loop back around. Again, there will be signs. Kind of zooming in a little bit to look at the center itself. You can see the hospital construction here. But here's our community center. Here's the entrance that's closed. So you'll be going down the road, coming back. When you kind of get back, you'll take this road here. You can kind of see. You have this first parking option on this side. The actual event site is over here. So if you drive around, you can park on this side, be a little closer. That may fill out. This area may fill up, so you may have to park over here. It's not a huge facility, so it's really not a very long walk from here to the start site. Check-in Saturday mornings, kind of right around this area here. You can walk behind. There's a little road that goes behind the facility too. I feel like even talking about it, I'm probably making it seem more complicated than it is. I think it'll be pretty obvious where you need to go because you'll see all the tents. You hear the music and all that. Any questions about any of that? Talk a little about the support that you'll have when you're out on the route. Crit, I'm going to mute you because I'm getting some feedback there. Okay. We have SAG vehicles. These are volunteer folks that just drive the route all day. I included this photo here. You can see the sticker that'll be on the side of the car. There'll also be a sticker on their front windshield, which will say SAG and a number. So, look out for those. There'll be motorcycle volunteers out there as well, kind of helping you get through tricky intersections and such. Also have police at some of the busier intersections, and of course, all the pit stops where you stop and get a drink, snacks, Just take a breather. And then something everyone needs to know is this phone number right here is the number for command and control. And command and control is essentially three folks that are in a room at the community center who just take your calls all day. They direct the SAG vehicles where they need to go. So say if you get a flat tire, your chain breaks, you need to call this number. They can actually see where the SAGs are. They have trackers. They'll find the SAG that's nearest to you. We have a bike mechanic that's going to be out there too. So if you need mechanic's help, they'll take you to the mechanic. If it's something simple, they can maybe help you fix it. Really, anything you see, if you see dogs chasing cyclists, call them, let them know. The command and control center is really kind of the communications hub of the whole event. They're in constant contact with the SAGs and the pit stops and the motorcycle volunteers. So yeah, do not be shy to call that number. This number is also printed on your bibs if you happen to forget it. But yeah, I would advise you to take a minute and just pop that into your contacts for the day. Talk a little bit about the schedule. Friday at Easton, we have the check-in 4 to 8. The community center does like to close promptly at 8, so we really say like 7:45. If you happen to be on a team, some of the bigger teams, any team with more than 5 members essentially is getting their own personal tent. We're doing team tent decorating at the same time. So come Saturday morning, we have check-in at 6 to 7. Inevitably, some riders show up around 5:45, so we do tend to get started a little before 6. And then at 7 o'clock, all the routes will leave the community center. We all leave together. You'll be led out by some of those motorcycle volunteers, and it's just kind of a big energetic moment. Between 9 and noon, lunch for those riding the 30 or the 47-mile route will be at the finish. For folks that are riding the 70 or the 100-mile route, you'll get lunch at the Cordova pit stop. We call it the lunch pit stop a lot. That'll be available as early as 9:30 till 1 o'clock. It'll go a little later than 1. But yeah, let's see. We have lots of great stuff at the finish line. We have a masseuse that can rub you down after your ride. Of course, we have Union Craft Brewing is providing beer. We have beer, lots of other stuff too. We'll get to that in a minute. But one thing important to note, if you want to ride the 100-mile route, we have a cutoff. It's at mile 62.5. If you don't reach that mileage by 1:30, you will have to finish the 70-mile route. They have dinner provided by Rude Barbecue. That's going to be served from 2 to 6. Then at 5:30, we close all the routes. Anybody that's out there will offer to drive them back to the finish. Generally, what they do if you're in that situation is they'll drive you to about 200 yards from the finish and let you ride across the finish line. I don't think we've had to do that the last couple of years. People tend to finish earlier than that. And of course, we have a closing program, 5:30 to 6 there at the finish. We've got some exciting stuff to announce this year, so I hope you'll attend. We give out some awards, and it's just a really kind of feel-good moment of the day. Any questions so far? A quick look at the menu for breakfast. Breakfast will be there when you get there. I think they're actually going to be set up by 5:30. We have breakfast burritos, chive egg bites, some breakfast pastries. If you're vegan, there's going to be a vegan hash bowl. Of course, we have coffee, water, soda as well. Lunch is just going to be box sandwiches. So you have the option of turkey, roast beef, or a vegan Mediterranean sandwich. Beverages kind of the same, water, soda, and there'll be some chips and fruit and cookies to go with that. Of course, dinner, we have a big spread from Rude Barbecue, pulled pork, smoked chicken. We have Impossible burgers for the vegan vegetarians. Lots of great sides. We had them last year. Everyone seems to love Rube barbecue. I thought it was really good too. Um, of course, in addition to all that, we have tons of snacks at the rest stops, the pit stops. Um, yeah, just tons of snacks so that you will not be hungry, I promise. Again, talking about the lunch, for people riding the 30 and 47, you will pass through the lunch stop, but you won't eat there. So if you're doing the 30 and 47, plan to have your lunch when you get back to the community center. For those doing the 170-mile route, you'll eat at this pit stop. Here's some folks last year at the pit stop. It's a nice big gazebo pavilion, got lots of picnic tables. Actually, a lot of our board of directors are going to be working, volunteering at this pit stop. Some of our key staff will be there too, so you get to meet some of the leadership of Move the Feast. That was Leslie. I'd open it up for any kind of questions you might have remaining. I'm gonna close the
Can you
slide
share
so
the
we,
name of the app you said we can use to
yeah.
download
So
the
it's called Ride with GPS.
right?
Um, you can download it on your phone, and then once you have it, you can. Um, I'm not. I believe you can use it for free. There is a premium membership. I don't really know the difference between what you get access to, premium versus a free account. Um, we will also have printed copies of the maps and cue sheets, which are just turn by turn directions for the route. Um, but yeah, check it out if you want. I've used it years ago. It's pretty cool. It's kind of like just navigating on your phone in your car, honestly. Um, again, I
Kevin, the difference, I think
yeah,
typically the paid version, you can like create your own routes. So
yeah,
you can download the routes with and use the navigations directions with the free app.
awesome. Thank you, Christopher.
Okay.
What other questions do we have?
Kevin, if we did the bike rental, will
Yeah,
those be Saturday morning or will they be there Friday?
that is a great question. I believe they will be there Friday. Um, I tell you what, let me confirm that and I'll include that in the wrap-up email I send.
Awesome.
Um,
Thank you.
yeah, we had only rented a couple and they weren't going to come. Then we got eight. Now they're coming. They were, yeah, it's all a whole long story. But they were still going
Okay.
to provide the bikes. They just weren't going to come out. So, yes, I believe Friday night you can come and get fitted, to make any adjustments that might need to be made. Um, but again, let me confirm that and I'll let you know.
Awesome. Thank you.
Did anyone else rent a bike?
I rented one as
Yeah,
well.
that's right, Nydia. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that was the first one.
yeah, in fact, you were. This is
Yeah.
our first year working with them. In the past, some folks had rented bikes from Baltimore Bicycle Works. Um, but yeah, this year we've tried. I forget the name of the company now.
It's
But Bikes
unlimited
Unlimited.
biking,
Yeah.
and when I booked the bike in the
Uh-huh.
confirmation email, it says for pickups, they're gonna start at the community center between 5:30 a.m. and 6:45 a.m.
On Saturday,
on
so
Saturday.
not
Yeah,
Friday.
right.
Okay. Um, Ashton, is that okay? It
Yeah,
should be
that's fine.
it
We
should
were
be a
just curious. We may or may not be doing a tandem. So we
Mhm.
thought if we had time to test the waters on that, if they were there on Friday, we would. But it's all good if it ends up being Saturday.
Yeah, I've never ridden a tandem. I hear it can be a little challenging to kind of
We're gonna
coordinate.
find out.
Great. What other questions do we have?
I have received,
Go ahead, Craig. I'm sorry.
I received an email that I really haven't looked at yet about you needing volunteers when people
Yeah.
come back in?
Yeah, a lot of riders that do the shorter routes, if you're doing the 30, you may finish as early as 10 a.m. There are volunteer jobs we can put you in if you want. It's obviously not required. You're welcome to come back and just chill out. But if you do want to help, there's generally some jobs that can help you do. The easiest one is just cheering at the finish. Like when you ride across the finish line and people are clapping for you, it feels really good.
Well, I could do that.
Yeah. Um, so I'll include my cell phone number if you want to volunteer just on the spot, Saturday afternoon or morning when you get back. Ring that number and I'll connect with you and we'll find a job for you. But you're also welcome to just go and cheer at the finish line. We'll have like a bucket of noise making supplies like cowbells and stuff. We do have a professional announcer working the event, so he tends to keep the energy pretty high and there'll be music all the time. But still, those
Okay.
cheers are great to hear.
All right, well, I'll probably reach out, but I'm coming down with two guys riding 100 and I'm doing like the 45 or
Yeah,
whatever. So when they come in, they might be ready to bail. I don't know.
yeah.
So I don't know how long I can commit.
Okay, that's great. I
All right.
appreciate that. What other questions do we have? If you think of anything, please feel free to email me. Happy to answer those questions. And I want to thank you guys all very much for riding with us and supporting Movable Feast. And I'm pretty sure you're going to have a great time. So yeah, if there's no more questions, I guess we'll call it a night. And I'll
Thanks,
see you
Kevin.
guys on
Thank you.
Saturday.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yep.
See you Saturday.
Take care, everybody.